You look in the mirror and pull the skin on your cheek or the back of your hand, and instead of snapping back instantly like a rubber band, it slowly slides back into place, leaving behind a texture that looks like crumpled tissue paper. It is the texture of a dried leaf. This is not just a wrinkle, this is what dermatologists call crepey skin. It feels thin, fragile, and depleted, as if the life and bounce have been drained right out of it. You have likely spent hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on fancy department store creams that promise to firm, lift, and tighten. You apply them religiously, night after night, but by morning, your skin feels dry again, and that papery texture remains. The beauty industry wants you to believe that the solution is complicated and expensive, requiring rare orchids or synthetic peptides synthesized in a high-tech lab. But what if the reason those expensive creams are failing is that they are designed to sit on the surface, while the real problem is happening deep down where they cannot reach? What if the holy grail of anti-aging, a substance that can thicken your skin and restore its snap, is a thick, sticky oil that costs less than a cup of coffee and has been sitting on pharmacy shelves for 100 years? We are talking about the problem of the thinning dermis. As we age, we stop producing collagen and elastin, the two proteins that act as the scaffolding for our face. When the scaffolding collapses, the skin thins out and looks like crepe paper. Most lotions are primarily water and petroleum. They hydrate the dead outer layer for a few hours, but they do absolutely nothing to rebuild the structure underneath. To fix crepey skin, you need something that penetrates deep into the dermis and triggers the fibroblast cells to wake up and start working again. This is where castor oil changes everything. For decades, this oil was dismissed as an old-fashioned laxative, but in the world of natural beauty, it is being rediscovered as the most potent collagen stimulator on the planet. Castor oil is unique in the vegetable kingdom because of its molecular structure. It is composed almost entirely of a rare fatty acid called ricinoleic acid. This acid has a low molecular weight, which is the key to its magic. While other oils like coconut or olive oil have large molecules that sit on top of your pores, castor oil is able to permeate the barrier of the skin. It travels down through the epidermis and reaches the deeper layers where the damage actually lives. Once it is there, it triggers a mild inflammatory response, not the bad kind that causes redness, but a healing response that increases blood flow and circulation. This surge of fresh blood brings oxygen and nutrients to your starving skin cells, essentially force-feeding them the energy they need to produce new collagen and elastin fibers. It is biohacking your skin's repair system. However, if you have ever touched castor oil, you know it is incredibly thick, viscous, and sticky. It feels like honey. This texture is why many people try it once and give up, but that stickiness is actually a sign of its power. You have to know how to use it correctly, or you will end up with a mess. You cannot just smear it on a dry face like a regular lotion. The secret to using castor oil for wrinkles is to treat it as a treatment, not a moisturizer. The best way to apply it is to mix it with a lighter carrier oil, like jojoba oil or rosehip seed oil. A 50-50 blend makes it spreadable while retaining its potency. Rosehip oil adds a dose of vitamin A, which acts like natural retinol, supercharging the effect. Here is the nightly ritual that can transform your skin in as little as 30 days. First, you must wash your face with warm water. The warmth is crucial because it opens your pores and softens the skin, preparing it to receive the oil. While your face is still slightly damp, do not dry it completely. Take a nickel-sized amount of your castor oil blend and rub it between your palms until it is hot. Press your palms into your skin. Do not drag or pull, remember, your skin is fragile. Use a pressing and tapping motion to push the oil into the deep lines around your eyes. The 11 lines between your brows, and especially the loose skin on your neck. The dampness on your skin will mix with the oil, creating an emulsion that sinks in much faster. For the areas that are particularly crepey, like the under eye area or the turkey neck, you want to perform a gentle massage. Using your ring finger, tap the oil repeatedly into the area for about 30 seconds. This physical stimulation combined with the ricinoleic acid drives circulation to the area. Many people report that after a few weeks of this, the dark circles under their eyes fade and the skin becomes noticeably thicker and less transparent. And here is a bonus: castor oil is famous for growing hair. When you rub it around your eyes, you are also nourishing your eyelashes and eyebrows, which tend to thin out as we age. You might wake up with thicker skin and longer lashes. There is another advanced technique for those with deep, set-in wrinkles or severe sun damage. It is called slugging with castor oil, but we prefer to call it an overnight mask. Apply a thicker layer of pure castor oil directly to the deepest wrinkles. Then, take a small piece of medical tape or a silicone patch and place it over the oil. This creates an occlusive barrier that prevents the oil from rubbing off on your pillow and traps your body heat. This heat forces the oil even deeper into the collagen matrix. When you peel the tape off in the morning, the skin underneath is often plumped up and smooth because it has been marinating in restorative nutrients all night long. It is essentially a spa treatment while you sleep. But we have to talk about quality because not all castor oil is created equal. The castor bean is highly absorbent, which means it will soak up pesticides and chemicals from the soil. If you buy cheap, non-organic castor oil in a plastic bottle, you are likely applying toxins to your face. Furthermore, many cheap oils are extracted using a chemical called hexane, which is a neurotoxin. You absolutely must look for 3 things on the label: organic, cold-pressed, and hexane-free. And it must come in a dark glass bottle. Plastic leaches chemicals into the oil over time, and light destroys the fatty acids. If it is in clear plastic, do not put it on your face. You might be wondering how long it takes to see results. This is not a quick fix like a silicone primer that fills and pours for a day. This is a biological repair process. Your skin cycle takes about 28 days to turn over. Most people start to notice a difference in the glow and hydration levels within the first week. The skin feels softer and less tight. By the end of the first month, the texture starts to change. The paper-thin feel begins to be replaced by a certain density and bounce. By month 3, fine lines are significantly diminished, and deep folds appear softer. You are essentially thickening your hide. It is also important to remember that castor oil is a humectant, meaning it draws moisture from the air into the skin. If you live in a very dry climate, it is helpful to apply a regular moisturizer on top of the oil to seal it in, or use a humidifier in your bedroom. This ensures the oil has plenty of moisture to grab onto and pull into your cells. And do not forget your hands. The backs of the hands are often the first place to give away our age. Rub the excess oil from your face onto your hands every single night. It works just as well there to smooth out the veins and crepey texture. The beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar machine built on insecurity. They tell you that your aging skin is a disease that needs a complex, patented cure. But for thousands of years, women used simple, natural fats to keep their skin youthful. Castor oil is perhaps the oldest and most powerful of them all. It is thick, it is messy, and it smells a little earthy, but it works because it respects the biology of your skin. It gives your body the raw materials it needs to repair itself. So, tonight, skip the expensive jar with the long list of unpronounceable ingredients. Reach for the glass bottle of thick, golden oil. Massage it into your skin with love and intention. Let it soak in while you dream. You might just find that the fountain of youth wasn't hidden in a laboratory after all, it was hiding in the natural oils of a humble bean. Your skin is thirsty for it. Feed it what it really needs, and watch the years melt away.